Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. My name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO, and you know this is Chinedu Anichi TV streaming live. So today we are here again to continue our discussion, our very, very important way of conveying educative message. Okay.
Is the lighting better now?
Yeah, yeah. So, my people, I'm going to invite our guests very soon. Today, we're having a conversation and a discussion with, we're having a discussion with the Association of Female Nigerian Students, and today we have a lot of them here already. We have Salama to Suleiman from Katsina. We have Ikurite Tarinabo, I think from Bayelsa State. Ikurite Tarinabo. So please, yeah, that's better. Ikurite Tarinabo. So Ikurite Tarinabo is the coordinator of Association of Female Nigerian Students in Bayelsa State, right? And she is here for. And you need to please unmute and introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hello. Hi everyone. I'm Ikurite Tarinabo, State Coordinator ANFS Bayelsa State. I'm representing our National President, Comrade Alice. So it's nice being here.
Yeah, that is a coordinated Tarinabo representing the national president because the national president is supposed to be here, but something came up and she decided to send three of the coordinators, one coordinator from Katsina, one coordinator from Bayelsa, and one coordinator from Imo State. They are coming up gradually, but our sister has um, punctually, been present. I also have the coordinator of Chinedu Anichi TV in the 19 Northern States, Right Comrade Isakawe, who is a co-presenter in this show. Isakawe, how are you doing?
Hello. Good
Isakawe, I can't hear you.
program. My name is Wani. Itu Baba Duma is very.
Isakawe, I cannot hear you. Okay. So maybe network or whatever, we lost Isakawe. So Ikurite, we're waiting for the other two, but before they come, we can start. We
Okay.
can go on. One of the things we are here today for is to sustain what we call intergenerational conversation. So we try to relate to the values that were passed down to us through leadership, sincere, uh, sincere involvement in associations like this. Every association has a goal, every association has a vision, and every association has a mission. Okay, so can you tell us a little story about how Association of Female Nigerian Students started, what their mission is, and what they've been able to achieve or accomplish in Nigeria?
Okay, so the association didn't start with me. It has been in existence over a period of time, and I just happened to come in as one of the state coordinator by God's grace. So it is an association that is focused on women and females in the university, out of the university, to make sure that ladies are protected in school, and also gives a platform whereby you can come and say whatever is wrong in your school, or whatever it is you feel needs to be discussed. We are an umbrella where which is safe for the female students in Nigeria to come and discuss and tell us whatever issue they are having, even in school and outside school. It's a big umbrella. We are in the southern, the northern, every part of Nigeria is represented. And by the grace of God, we've been able to impact in the life of so many young ladies. And we have records of people that have benefited from this association, and it has really come a long way. So
No, that's great. The association, Salama to Suleiman. How are you? Please introduce yourself to our viewers. Can we hear from you? Yeah, Suleiman, can we hear from you? You're muting. Unmute your stuff and talk. You're on mute. Oh my God. You are on mute. Unmute your speaker. Now, yeah, you can talk now. Introduce yourself to our viewers, ma. Hello, are you hearing me? Go ahead. Introduce yourself to our viewers who are listening.
So I can't hear you. The next one, I can't hear you.
I say introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Tarina.
Marinabo, can you hear me?
From Bayelsa.
yeah, I can hear you.
My name is Salamatu Suleiman.
So the problem is from you. I don't know the kind of speaker you're using, or the kind of if you are using earpiece, please remove the earpiece.
I'm not using earpiece. I'm not using earpiece. I can just hear you.
I think we can hear you now. Just that your background is somehow funny. Oh my God. Okay, no problem. What we are saying, Karinabo was able to explain to us that it has been long, the association was better, and the association is an association that protects ladies in the university, in the whole nation, in the whole Nigeria. And there are testimonies of people that have received advocacy from the association when they're in trouble or when they want assistance. So, Karinabo was able to give us a good introductory exposure of what the association is all about. So, what is your own contribution or an addition to what Karinabo said? We're not hearing this lady, and I think she's not hearing me too. So I don't know what's wrong. It should be coming from her side. So my sister, let's go on now until let's see if it can be rectified. And I'll bring her back. Can you hear me now? So, this association, we have a National Association of Nigerian Students now. I
Yes.
think is a bigger umbrella of the whole association. That one
Yes.
is not subscribing to any particular agenda, but your own is subscribing to a particular agenda. So, is this your association under the umbrella of NANS, or
Yes, it
your
is.
association is independently existing?
It is under the umbrella of NANS. We attend every NANS meeting. We are expected to be there because NANS is the bigger umbrella, and we are under them. What they give us directives also when it is needed. So we are under them, or we are under them, and we work with them. We work with them. We are under them. Nance is just our big brother. So when we have issues that are we are not able to handle at the moment, we can take it to them and tell them this is an issue that is at this moment. Although most issues we are able to handle them, but when there are issues that need their support, their counsel, we go back to them and they assist in the way they can.
Yeah, because I was talking with Lucky this morning, the president of NANS this morning, and I understand that NANS is the mother organization that other organizations are under. So that's a very intelligent and beautiful explanation. So we have come to the real thing now. You know, like you have your organigram stands for the kind of network or tree you have is from the national president, you have
Yes.
zonal coordinators, right? Then you have
Yes.
state coordinators,
State
of
coordinator.
which you are one of them.
Yes.
Then, then you come down
Then we
to
have chairpersons in each school.
each university.
Yes, in each university. We are still
Wow.
trying to. There are some universities we've not really gotten into. It's not just universities, polytechnics, college of education, nurse, school of nursing, and the rest of them. So we and the schools in every state, we try to go to all schools. So we have chairpersons in so many schools in each state. Are
Wow,
you with
that's
me?
great.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
great. Okay, so what exactly do you people do? Like, how do you run your conventions? How do you elect your officers? Well, see, a lot of people will be wondering how do these people carry out this activities? So,
Okay. So we our elections are just like every normal school election, whereby a candidate comes out and says he or she wants to contest for that position, and then definitely there are so many others that are contesting for that same position. So they run the elections, call out for support and all the rest of it, and we go to, like, the last election we held was in Abuja. So from each state, everybody went to Abuja, and then that was where the voting was done, and the winners of those selected positions were elected, and they were inaugurated also after some time. So that's how we do our elections. So from each, we also have geopolitical zoning for some positions. All right.
okay. Salamatu, can you hear us now? Salamatu, can you hear us now?
Sir, what's up, sir? Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now, sir.
We can hear you now. Speak up. Speak up. We can hear you.
All right. Okay. I've heard what the Vice State Coordinator talk about the zoning, the election, and how candidates who aspire for the position are being inaugurated after the election processes and how the election take place around the inauguration is carried on. Let me just add some hints on what she said earlier, where she talked about before a student, it's she, he or she, it's female association for Nigerian female students in general. Then for a particular student to apply or to aspire for a position in this organization of ours, he or she must be a current student of any university, any tertiary institution in Nigeria, either polytechnic, federal colleges of educations, universities, and the rest. That is the first. That's the first main. That's number first thing that we are looking for. Then after that, we are going to confirm that this particular student, this particular slave that's aspiring for this position, have a collective, have a CGPA. Having a CGPA in the sense that student is a current student in tertiary institution in Nigeria. Then after that, the getting of the form, filling the form, submitting it before the CPC. It's called the CPC committee, convention planning committee, whereby they do screen this particular candidate in the sense that they investigate with the school authorities to confirm if this particular person that is aspiring for this position is an eligible candidate. You don't have any issues with the security with the school, and you don't have issues in the state with other security apparatus. After that, then the list of the successful candidates will be published, and it will be dispatched to all security apparatus and some other sister organization for them to be aware of such particular students is contesting or is aspiring for this position at the national level of the Association of Nigerian Female Students. After that, after the successful publishing of the successful candidates, then the convention take place. Where all the students from all the 35 states, including the FCT Abuja, have to convene in Abuja for proper election and convention. After that process, then the elected, there will be an open election. It's always an open election, whereby as you the contest and you are contesting for a particular position, you have 3 delegates from your school. Not from your school, from any tertiary institution in Nigeria. We have 3 delegates. That's the president of your school, either the SRC or the SUG, Student Representative Council, or the Student Union Government. We have the vice presidents and we have the Senate presidents. Those 3 delegates we combine to Abuja for proper convention and election. And since you are aspiring for a position in the Association of Nigerian Female Students, it's not only in your school. You have to round the 36 states. In each tertiary institution, either polytechnic, federal colleges of education, universities, for you to tell, that's what we shows the students that yes, you are really fighting for them. You want to help them. You want to protect their rights and integrity and dignity. After that, you have to get the support of all the schools, all those tertiary institutions in Nigeria. They must be present in this convention ground for proper election. They will be the one to vote you. They will be the one to show interest in you, that you are capable of being their leader, of being their representative. And at the same time, proper convention will be taking place at the end of the day. The result of the winner, will be announced, and a fixed date will be fixed after that election for proper inauguration of this particular ESCO. Are you with me, Sister Tarinabo?
I'm with you.
All right,
I'm with you.
all right. At least I've said little of what you said. I just put a small, I pitched in on what you said earlier. So, any other questions? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Katsina State, sir. Katsina State.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so which state are you coordinating? Okay,
Katsina State, sir.
okay. So what come on, what the way you presented your speech now, the way you explained to us about it shows that you have been long in this system, and the system is at the tip of your finger. Because the way you explained it shows that you have been part of the organigram and you have been an active participant in the entire process. Thank you. My name is Chinedu Anichi. What
Yes,
we
sir.
do here in this platform is to showcase African values, and the best of Africa. You know, when Chinedu of the Blessed Memory says, if an outsider tells your story, the story will not end without prejudice. But if you tell your own story, you will tell it to the true feeling of the story. So Europeans talk about Africa. A lot of people talk about Nigerians. I chose a niche in this platform, in this my TV, to continue to bring Africans to talk their own talk. That is why, so that it's not about what CNN is showing about Africa. It's about what we're talking about ourselves. So this is has an African undertone, and today the students of Africa is a very integral and important part of our society. So for female students in Nigerian universities, what are the challenges you think they are facing? The major challenges that the female students of Nigeria are facing in the universities. Can I hear from you, Tarinabo?
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I think one of the major challenges that female students are facing is mostly exploitation in terms of sexual exploitation, especially for the the people that are just entering into the school. You know, they are not used to the system and they are easily exploited. Unlike those that have been in the system for at least, let me say, their third year, their fourth year, those ones at least have been able to know how to maneuver and get to their goal without being without being in that situation, or they've already passed that situation. So it's mostly sexual exploitation from some lecturers, just not majority, just few of them. And it's something we are really working towards. We've spoken to our female students about it, that if there's a situation of sexual exploitation, do well to report it to us. Do not hold back. Do not be scared to speak up. Just talk to us about it, and we are going to we'll write a letter to the school and report the situation to them, and also make sure they follow it through. They investigate what is going on, and with good evidence we tell them this is the issue, and they push it through. So sexual exploitation is one of the major issues female students do encounter in schools, which we are trying our best to tackle. If you notice, there have been some situations whereby students have brought up videos and reports lately of lecturers being caught in the act. So it's also one of we sensitize them to make sure you do not give yourself out for marks. Sex for grades is what we are trying. We are also trying to make sure that sex for grades is removed completely from schools. It is not something that anyone should be proud of. There are so many reports of issues of sex for grade, and we are trying our best to make sure that sex for grade is a thing of the past. So that is what I have to say about that.
Wow. That is great. That is great. So, looking at it, taking advantage of our girls, that's what we used to call, I was in school, I was also a student leader. And so, what's happening in Salama? When your picture appears, I'll bring you up. So, that's what we call October rush when we used to be in the university, because you know that school starts September,
September,
between
yes.
September and October. So
Yes.
what we used to call October rush when we were in school is that that's the time that some of the girls are coming, they don't even know their departments, they don't even know how to submit their files, they don't even know,
Yes.
they'll be going to registration, they'll be so confused in the university. And some of them are then
Yes.
to rely on the old students to put them through. And
Yes.
the enthusiasm of I'm entering university, I'm a big girl, I'm in the university already, I can take any decision. They become victims in that first year, first semester,
Yes.
first year. And some of
Yes.
them, by the time they get to their fourth year, third year, or fourth year, will be regretting those things they, 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 they saw themselves into initially. So what you are saying is true. But what are the processes you are putting in place to checkmate all this? Like you mentioned now that when
Sensitization is one of
people
them.
knack for grade and all
Sensitization.
these things. Yeah.
We try to sensitize them in our groups and in our meetings. We try to
Oh, come on,
sensitize
I'm in the station
female
live.
students. Can you hear me? So sensitization is one of them. We first of all sensitize them, remove that fear from them. So many people are scared. If I speak up, I will be in trouble. So we first of all try to remove that fear and tell you that speak up. We are plenty. We are not one person. We are not two. We are a body. So they cannot fight the entire body. So if there is a fight that has gotten to us, it's not something that they can just wave off. So once we've done our sensitization and there is a report, like I said, we send the report back to the school authority. We send the reports back to the school authority, those in charge of that situation in the school. We send the report to them. We send a letter to them stating that so and so thing is occurring in your school and it has come to our notice. They should please do an investigation and carry us along. Let us know what is going on. And the fact that so many of these ladies are, at least the ones with us, that are sensitized, they have the courage to speak up, and even when they know it is wrong. So when a lecturer is bringing that approach, they try their best to make sure that they are in a formal setting, because there are some kind of things that will put you in that situation. So we also tell them, don't put yourself in this kind of situation. Don't go to a lecturer's house. If there is anything that wants to make you go there, you should be going with some other people. You shouldn't be the only one going there. Or you're going to a lecturer's office. To an extent, like when I was doing my undergraduate, if I'm going to a lecturer's office, my friend is always outside. She's outside waiting for me. If it's a conversation, probably maybe pick up something that maybe you want to sign or something. Somebody should be outside waiting for you. Girls always work in twos. We are always in twos or threes. People are outside, or everybody is entering the office. You cannot just call one. Everybody, because it's unfortunate, but a lot has happened over the years. So we have to be extra careful and extra cautious. So once we've sensitized, we tell them, going to, or actually male lecturers, because it's mostly male and female. So actually male lecturers, they should be careful. Especially with the ones that have shown sign, they've shown you a sign that they are going in, because definitely you will see the sign. It might not just happen. There might be signs that have been shown that this person has such tendencies. So you have to be extra careful. And in case it happens, do not hesitate. In case there is a push for it, do not hesitate to let us know, and then we take it up from there. Because safety of the girl child, safety of female students is paramount. Also, we also go to secondary school. Even pupils in secondary school, primary school, we go once in a while and speak with them, tell them things regarding their own level, and then those about entering the university, we also talk to them the way we can, and those are also forms of sensitizing them, which is one of the major steps. It's like the foundational step to curbing this situation.
Wow, that's great. I don't know if you heard about the story. Yeah, before that, right, Comrade Isakawa, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
So I don't know what is
I'm
happening
sorry.
to our very bright coordinator. Our coordinator from Kasina is a very bright fellow, just like our sister, but her network is giving her troubles. So, Isakawa, please, they all know you, but please, let's do the formal protocol. Can you introduce yourself to our viewers while we go on?
Okay. Once again, apologize sincerely for coming quite beyond schedules because of a little challenges I encounter. My name is Right Comrade Isakawel. I'm the coordinator Chinedu Anichi TV in the 19 northern states, and I'm also the Speaker Northern Youth Parliament of Nigeria. I'm a student leader too.
Okay, this is the coordinator Chinedu Anichi TV and Speaker, Northern Youth Parliament of Nigeria. So, Tirenabo, you have seen another comrade. So, of the greatest. So, yeah, that's wonderful. You're welcome, Isakawa. So, what we are saying, Torinabo, is that there's an incident that was trending or trended or still trending that took place in University of Nigeria, where a married woman was molested by a lecturer, that Obinibong or what? I've forgotten the lecturer's name. So that he was caught on the react, put on the video, and it went viral. So what did you do in that event? Because I knew about the nuns, like the the state chairman of NAS, who is a lady, she went into this, she granted an interview my show over the matter. So what did you people do? You're on mute. You're on mute. Go ahead.
Hello?
Okay, so
Am I the
the
one to?
president actually
Okay.
spoke on the issue. We also heard we heard of it. We heard of the issue, and the president also spoke to us about it because it's as at when we saw the video, the situation was already under control. From what I saw, I heard the lecturer was caught in the act. So, and it's cases of being she reported to the right people, and that was how they caught this lecturer in the act. You know, she had people with her that went with her to get that evidence. So by the time we heard of it, the situation was already under control. So she spoke to us about it, and it's one of the things I said. When you speak to people about it, when you tell us about it, there are some measures that can be taken so that there can be an evidence against that person, because so many situations have been pushed out out of the fence based on there is no evidence. So when did he do it? Did you see who's your witness? Do you understand? So many evidence situations like that have happened. Nobody was there, nobody saw it, you're just saying. So in her situation, I was very happy that this person was caught in the act. I was very happy because nobody will come and tell her where is your evidence. There's a video evidence, and it's one of the things we also try to tell them. If something like that happens, try to also get your evidence, because some people will not listen to you. You say it happened. It's just it happened. Nobody is there to testify for you that, oh, I saw it or I didn't see it. So it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. So that situation, we just spoke about it because from when we heard of it, it was already under control.
Okay, that's a great one because it would have been it will look as if you are not following up, but because the chairman of NANS, Enugu, is a female.
Yeah, we
So
are following
so
up. We are
came
following up.
to this show, and she talked about it and how they followed it up. So I think that is a very very serious job people are doing. But I want to say something. Is it only fighting for? There is something we know that is creeping into the school, and it is bringing immorality of our students, especially female students. This concept of hookup. So, how do you people view hookup? And what is the campaign you people are doing to disencourage students from hookup? Because you know the consequence of hookup. Some people will go, they will never come back. Some people will fail exams, and that is why some people can pay in cash and kind just to sort out the exams because they will never stay in school. So, what campaign are you people doing to restore the conscience of Nigerian female students to upholding morality, upholding hard work, consistency, punctuality in class, so that you will pass through the school and the school will pass through you, so that you will not continue to produce a BSc in law. You remember what ended in Nigeria? If somebody has BSc in law or BA in medicine. So what are you people doing about this?
Okay, so thank you. So just this hookup situation that we're talking about, just about last week we had a meeting, a discussion in our group where we talked about this hookup situation. Just last week, a student raised this same motion about what is happening with the hookup situation, and we had to say what we had to say. We were like, it is something that is creeping into the school system, and we just have to tell them it's not something you should do. It's not something that is right. It is not good to do it. You can't force a human being on whatever he wants to do with his life. You can't force the person and say no, don't do it. Some people, even their parents, will talk to them and they would still do whatever they want to do. So it is not a situation whereby we can force anybody. Like I said, we will just keep on talking. Last week we had a discussion with the students. We talked about this hookup situation. We told them it is wrong. It is not what you're supposed to do. If you're sent to school as a student, you are to go and focus on your studies. There are other means of making money that does not involve hookup, does not involve selling your body for money. This hookup of a thing is even just how would I put it, a funny kind of word for prostitution. It is clear daylight prostitution. It's something that has crept into the system, and we just keep on talking about it because it's not something you can force anybody to stop. You can't force anybody say, oh, stop hookup. If it's something somebody decides to do, you keep on preaching on it, preaching on the disadvantages, preaching on it that it is not right. It will not lead you anywhere. It has damaged a lot of people. It has damaged so many girls go missing due to this fact. A girl will leave school and then she's nowhere to be found. You can just end. It could end your life. Is it not better you stay in school and you study and then you become what you want to be? Why are you in school if it's what you want to do? So it's just we just have to talk about it. It's mostly talk. We sensitize them like I told you last week. We had our last meeting and it was one of the major topics we dealt on. We spoke as much as we could on it. We told them hookup is not the way out. Hookup cannot even, you're just endangering your future. You just end up endangering your future. You're not even focused on the studies you've gone for, because what time would you have? You're now bent on making money through prostitution. It doesn't even relate. Going to school and doing prostitution at the same time, is that a business? It is not a business. So we keep on pushing and talking and letting them understand that it is not something people should even think about as a lady in school. You're just going to end up selling out yourself for chicken change. So we discussed about it. It's one of the things we do every week. We have topics we delegate on in the group where everybody, at least every state, has to be represented, whereby we bring out topics and then we talk about it, we discuss it. So I feel we still have a lot to do, especially about the hookup situation, but we still have a lot to do and we are working on it.
Yes, those people on Facebook, please share this live video. Share this live video your page. Share it to your friends. Invite your friends. I don't know. So what I'm saying, let me come to Isakawa. Isakawa, as a comrade, how do you see, or how relevant do you think this female organization is, especially when it has to do with talking to women about women things? Isakawa. Isakawa, did
The
you hear
effort
me?
of the yes, I've heard you. Hello, can you hear me?
Very well, sir.
Hello, good. First of all, I have to appreciate the effort of the current Anna president, that's Comrade Princess Omonei. Before, when Sylvia Sarki was the president, I think the organization was not a bit active. Most people don't know about the existence of the association, but with the coming of Princess Omenaye, we have recorded tremendous achievement under her leadership. I think this association plays a vital role because National Association of Nigerian Students, that's NANS as a body, there are a lot of females side that is not even looking into in some of its activities. But with the coming of this organization, I think they have ventured and helped a lot of women in terms of their abuses, especially with the recent conversation you have been doing about an abuse that happens to one of the female students. So I think with the activities, what they need is support and encouragement to keep on doing what they are doing. Because there are a lot of women that are facing through a lot of challenges in most of the tertiary institutions, but they cannot issues to nuns. But you know, when a woman is having problem, she prefer to tell her fellow colleagues the problem than to tell it to a man, because sometimes it may be a kind of like sexual harassment, which they cannot even tell it to a man, but they find it convenience to inform their fellow women. So with the coming of this association, I think a lot of women's problems are being solved, and a lot some effort and initiatives are being put in place with the organization.
Oh, that's wonderful. So, like you have been part and parcel of finance for years, and just with the way you are explaining shows that you have been in this system, Isakawa. So, what is the effort NANS is making to support these people to be able to carry out this, their assignments or their mission effectively? Because just like you said, a girl can relate to a girl. A girl can confine in a girl and tell another girl what she's passing through. If it tells a boy, well, the tendency is that she will suspect or she'll be afraid to bring out everything because she might be thinking we will use it against her. So, but if it's with the fellow girl, it can really bring out every kind of thing and whatever she's passing through. So, what are the main counterparts of students' associations? How are they supporting them? Which process are they putting in place to support them to be able to achieve this their vision?
So, in the first place, let me start with a word of encouragement. You know, most of the student unions are not something that have been month. Most of them sacrifice. No student leader, none is paid. Rather, your personal effort and connection that at least you get some small change. So, in the first place, let me use this opportunity to encourage them. Like our present guest, the ANF coordinator of Bayelsa State. Please be encouraged. Never felt bad, or maybe never felt, let me say, discouraged in the system. It's like for future leaders. You started with sacrifice. So when you find yourself in a bigger position where money is coming, already you have the former orientation. We have seen a lot of, especially NANS leaders that are senators now, they are governors and other things. So please be encouraged. Never felt nobody is paying me at the end of every month. I paid transportation to go to this institution to solve problem. I do so things. I do this and that. Just felt it's God that will bless you. Never feel discouraged. And secondly, I think I have to advise you in this angle. You know, it's not easy, most especially for the national president, down to the state coordinators. It's not easy because in every institutions, in every state, I think we have some of the state 10, some 8 to even some institutions. And as the president of female students, all those institutions are under you. They are under your control. All the female students, I can say their welfareism and what have you, their complaints are under you. What I'm advising you here is to create another avenue where female students that are going through some challenges in their institutions can forward it without hitches. Hitches in the sense that some of the students sometimes have problems, but they find it very difficult to come in contact with you or come across to you. So I'm advising, if you can find a synergy or you collaborate with uh, the deans of students affairs of the tertiary institutions in your various states, and even to link to the national president, so that at least you create a box where female students can come and drop their problems. If they have problem, they will write it down, drop it in the box. At the end, like maybe representative of SUG or any of the student union can forward it to you as the honor president of the state. I think if you do that, a lot of females will feel belongings and their problems can easily be solved without any hitches.
Yeah, that's okay. My sister Tarinabo, you have done justice to why we're here, and I appreciate you for your articulation and your openness, and you know what it means. So those who elected you as the state coordinator, they did not make mistake. So there are two major things that are eating deep into Nigeria. One of the things is what we call religious affiliations, and the second one is tribalism. How do you people conquer this in that your association? Because you're from Bayelsa, and our sister that network is discovering is from Katsina. Okay? And we know the problem in Nigeria. We cannot say we don't know. But in this organization, how does these two things I mentioned influence the organization? You know,
Okay,
sister, I don't
religious
want you to be
affiliation and
cosmetic about
tribalism.
this. Mhm.
Okay, so religious affiliation and tribalism. I've not really seen much of it in the association because we are not a religious group. Neither do we belong to one tribe. So you so and the executives of this association come from every tribe. We have the Ijaws, we have the Igbos, we have the Tiv people, we have Northerners, we have the Hausa. Everybody is here, and no, we what we are aiming for is more than religion, is more than tribalism. Whatever the ladies are facing, your it is not tribe that will help you, it is not religion that will help you, it is all of us coming together to help at that time. If, for instance, if you're going on the road and then you see a vehicle that has an accident, you wouldn't want to know the tribe of the driver or the tribe of whoever is involved in that accident or what religion the person is. You would assist just to save a life. So we do not, religion and tribe is not something we put into factors that will affect us. We have people from different tribes, we have people from different religions, but I don't think it's something that can we can we as at this moment we don't have any issue with religion and tribal issues. Everybody is one because we have one goal, we have one mission, we have what we are here to solve. So that is it.
Wow, that's great. And that is the kind of things we're praying for every other association in Nigeria. Okay, because what have been dividing us is something that should not divide us. If you come to the Western countries or you come to America where we are, nobody asks you, nobody is interested in your religion. Nobody is interested in where you come from as a tribe. What somebody is interested in is what can you do? What can you offer? So I love the spirituality of which the organization is found. Is not tribalistic and is not allowing religious affiliations to influence her decisions as an association. So I thank you people for doing that. Ma, more, if we say everything here and we were unable to impact on the younger people or on our audience, we have not done anything. You understand? So I want to ask you now, what is the advice you can give Nigerian students? You remember, Konjiwara was a student, a female student, just like you are now. Dora Akunyere was a female student. In her soul, rest in peace, just like you are now. Okay? Um, this our lady, Chimamanda Adichie, was a female student. And I can mention and mention and mention without end. So these women, if you look at them, they are dressing alone. They are not so flamboyant. They don't dress indecently, but they have achieved things in this world that is worthy of emulation. Dressing attitude is dressing the outfit of Nigerian students has put a lot of problem to the university system and the society. So, what is your reaction to the kind of indecency that is increasing among female students, and then the advice to those who are victims?
Okay, so I don't know if you know, but so many schools have dress codes. It's one of the things the schools have put in place. So many schools have dress code. Like the school I attended Nigeria Delta University in Bayelsa State. They have dress codes. So you can't dress indecently to school or in school. And then we have our Dean of Student Affairs that go around the school, and if you're caught dressed indecently, you're going to be put in a van. There's this van they patrol with, and once you're caught with an indecent dressing, they put you in a van. If you live outside the campus, they'll take you outside the gate. If you live inside the campus, they'll take you to your hostel so you change, and they'll make sure you change before you come out. So I think some schools still have put that in place, which is also helping. But if you say on social media, where there's no regulation on social media or the indecent dressing, or let me say there's minimal regulation, like I said, you can't force somebody to on what to wear and what not to wear. But in some schools, like gave you an example, my school, and also the school I'm attending right now, Rivers State University, where I'm doing my postgraduate studies. They also have dress codes, and um they also have punishments for such offense. If you are seen wearing something you're not supposed to wear, they have the disciplinary commission, the disciplinary committee, whereby you to and you go and face them and tell them why you're wearing that. So I feel the schools have done so much in that aspect, which is a good thing. Then also, from our own end, talking about dress codes, I just feel the schools have done a whole lot when it comes to dress codes. And if there is any student, a female student in her school, that decides to wear what is against dress code, she's on her own. She is definitely on her own, because you went against the school rules and regulations. So I don't see any way we are coming to help you, because it is you are going to face the consequences of your action, which is dressing indecently. So I don't see how we want to help you in that situation. As far as you follow the school rules and regulation, you dress according to what they've put in place, you don't have any issue with the school, you don't have any issue with us. But once you decide to misbehave, probably you go to some people will dress decently and leave their house, or dress decently and pass the gates, and then once they have passed the gates, they now open their buttons, or they now reveal one place or the other. It's left for you. If you're caught, there's no way we can help you. Even if we are going to speak on your behalf, it's going to take a lot of conviction. We'll be like, it's your fault in this situation. Why? Because you have been told by the school not to dress in this manner and you decided to do it. So I don't think that, I think schools, let me just conclude this. I say schools have already put in regulations, dress code and all that. So if there's a school that hasn't put dress code, which I don't know of any school in Nigeria that don't have dress code ethics, if you decide to derail from what has been stated that you should put on or you should not put on, that's left for any student that decides to do that. But we'll keep on talking, like I said, keep on saying, like right now, our president is on transit. She's going from one school to the other. She was in Edo State, she was in Imo State, she's coming to Bayelsa State by next week. She's going on campus tours to make sure she sensitizes students, and we as state coordinators, we are waiting to welcome her to each state. And in that process, when she comes, she speaks with the deans of student affairs, she speaks with their security team and all of that, and then she speaks with the female students, sensitizing them on these situations. Dress code, like I said, the school should have done. The school knows the dress code they want, so I don't see how a student should misbehave and then expect us to save you. No. So she's on I'm very sure that's one of the reasons why she's not here. She's on transit. She's moving from one state to the other. She has gone to over 5 states that I am aware of, that she has gone to, and it is this same sensitization, meeting with students, meeting with female students, telling them, speaking with them, encouraging them as a sister, and as for the younger ones as an elder sister, and for the older ones as a younger sister, the way she can speak to them and let them know that being a female student, being a female in school, you have some kind of responsibility to keep yourself safe also. Your dress sense should be what the school has given you. If you notice, there are some schools that give uniform. Some departments will tell you where you're to wear blue and white, you're to wear black and this. It's not because they don't want to see you in your flashy clothes or anything. It is part of the measures to regulate dress codes in schools. So I think the schools have done their parts in that. They have played a good part in ensuring that indecent dressing in schools is reduced. Thank you.
Wow, that is great. Yeah, that is good for our people. That's good for our girls because it's all about branding. It's all about packaging. So if you look at all these people I mentioned, you can see their decency, their simplicity. They are not so gorgeous. They are not so flamboyant. But they have achieved things that people can, in the annals of history, they will remain indelible in memory of those who passed through such sections have ever walked. You understand? So they can be said to be role models when it comes to decent women who are
Yes, yes.
projecting African values in excellence. So thank you, my sister. You have really done great. You see, if you did not come, network will not allow others. It would have looked funny. So, but I thank you. So, one of the
Thank
things
you,
I
sir.
want to ask you now is, you see, the way Nigeria is growing economically, the female Nigerian students, are they suffering? Are they passing through anything resulting from the harsh economic situation in Nigeria? And how does that affect them? And what are you people doing to raise your voice to see how the economy can be better? Or what is the things you are suggesting that can be used to alternate, you understand, and sustain or survive while the economic will dive and last? Are you with me?
Yeah, I didn't get the last part.
Okay, I said, what do you put in place, or what do you tell your girls? What do you tell your association? Like some people have adopted the crusade of skill acquisition, try to acquire skill in order to survive. Why the economic hardship lasts within the period it will last, because we hope Nigeria will be better, because we don't have another home away from Nigeria. So we hope that Nigeria will be better one day. But why this economic hardship lasts? What is your campaign for the female survivor, female student survivor? And that is if what is going on is affecting you, because some people will say nothing is affecting them, depending on where they are coming from.
Yeah, everybody from different homes and different backgrounds. So what is affecting this other person might not be affecting the other person. But for those that are being affected, we advise you get a skill, you learn a skill, and you're able to make money from what you the skill like some of us are into makeup, some into um some of us are into makeup, some into they sell one or two things. And I think it's just a trying phase. Little by little the phase will pass, and I think everything would be okay at some point. So the best thing to do is to learn a skill that can fetch you money the way you can. And we do have skill skill acquisition trainings once in a while. We do have skill acquisition trainings for students that are just coming into the university. So we've had the program, I think, once or twice since I came in. We had skill acquisition programs for few schools, though not we've not been able to get to all schools because it's not easy. For few schools, bead making, bag making, tailoring, baking, a lot of skills that can fetch them money at this moment. Like we talked about, hookup should be the last thing in your brain or in their heads to think of. It shouldn't even be there. So there are other means to make little money to sustain and survive during this period. Like I said, everybody from different background and environment. What is affecting you might not be affecting the next person. But for those that are being affected by whatever is going on, they need to get skills. And we've spoken about it, and we've had few skill acquisition programs that we've tried to come up with. Although it's not, like I said, it's not easy financially to even do a skill program. It's not easy at all. But by God's grace, we are thriving, and we'll be able to, because the same way it's affecting them might be affecting some of us. So in this situation, we need a lot of support also. People that have it okay to an extent for them can help. women that are in positions that at least can support us and sponsor, we would be happy if they reach out to us and tell us they want to sponsor or support us in that kind of for skills and all that. So a lot. And then we also noticed, sorry, I'm deviating from your question, the recent increase in the price of sanitary products is also one of the things that is pushing a lot of young girls to do unthinkable things. Because just last week I was speaking to a young girl. I think she's about 14, 15, and she doesn't really have who buys those things for her, because she lives with her auntie and her auntie is always busy. Once in a while the auntie gets them for her, but there are times when she doesn't. So most times she comes to me and be like, Auntie T, please, can I get this, can I get that? I do assist the way I can. But then this girl is fortunate enough to be close to somebody that can assist her with these materials. There are so many thousands, millions of girls that don't even have somebody they can speak to and say, please, can you give me this? So I think also our organization and our association can move to those places to help with this distribution of pads, mostly sanitary products for girls. And it takes a lot of finances to come through with that. It's not even something you can do once, but at least the little we can, I think we will try our best to do it the little we can. And then if there are people that can support us, because we need the support. If there are people that can support us to be able to provide these things, these materials for the skill acquisition, for the sanitary products, we will be it will be like a load, some part of the load being lifted. So thank you.
Wow, that's good. That's good. That's very intelligent of you. You see, one of the reasons why we say people should submit themselves for training. People should gain mentorship. You see, today unprepared, you were invited to represent your president. If you did not train yourself, you see, there's no magic to it. So we continue to advise, we continue to encourage young people to allow themselves to be trained. So, but before we draw the curtain, I would like you to give a big shout out to your organization, advise them, encourage them, and promise those who are watching today what the organization will able to do.
Okay, so in NFS, we call ourselves sisters. We are sisters. So a big shout out to my sisters in NFS. A big shout out to our president. You have really done a good job, and you are really doing a good job. You're carrying us along. A big shout out to you also. And also to those of you and to those of us that to those of you that have not yet gotten the ANFS fever, we would advise you to come to us, join this association, and be rest assured that you are covered. ANFS has done a lot in terms of protection of students and the girl child. So you need to come join us, and you need to also enjoy from the protection that we have. So a big shout out to you all watching us. We if you have any ANFS organization in your school, you can just check around. If you are not aware of the organization, or if your school does not have ANFS, if there's no ANFS in your school, you can reach out to our president. I think you have they can reach out to you, and you reach out to maybe our president and get the organization would start the organization in your school, and we'll make sure that we carry everybody along. We'll make sure we carry everybody along. So that is also one. Secondly, if you have any issues, whether you are a part of the organization or not, you can reach out to us, because every female student, automatically you are part of us. So you can reach out to us. Just tell us. We have our ANFS pages on Facebook. You can reach out to any state coordinator. Just check ANFS, Association of Nigerian Female Students. The Imo State chapter is there. The Bayelsa State chapter is there. The Edo State chapter and all of that. So you can just chat up any of the admins and tell them your issue, or check if you're going to see a phone number or an email address. You can just send an email address to, an email to us, or you can call any of the numbers to lay your complaints. Like Isa Carol said, some schools need to have like a box whereby female students can go and put in their complaints or whatever it is. So the school the student affairs, the dean of student affairs, or anybody that is in charge of it can get to find out the issue or whatever it is. So I would also advise any school authority that is maybe watching us at this moment. I think that is a very good step to do. You can just put a box somewhere and then tell the students that in case there is anything that the school needs to be aware of and they do not want to come out, maybe take themselves to go and report it, they can put it into that box and tell their issue or say what exactly the problem is, and it will be sorted out. So thank you. Shout out to everybody. Thank you, Mr. Chinedu. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much for I'm happy and I'm honored to be on your show. I appreciate so much. Thank you. Shout out to you also.
Yeah, naturally, we put a question to somebody who comes and say, "What can you say? Looking at this setup, looking at this platform, this Chinedu Anichi TV, what do you think? What do you think from the little experience we have? If we continue this way and continue to expand our contacts and audience, what do you think the future holds for this kind of platform?"
Like I would say, I must commend you for this platform. I must commend your effort, your work, and everything. The future is bright for the platform. The future is really, really bright. If we continue like this, sensitizing people, talking about situations that are pressing situations, I think it will really go a long way to make people be aware of situations that are happening. And there are so many things they might not be aware of, and through your platform they will get to know it. So I must really say my time here has been educative, even to me and to you. At least I've been able to tell people about my association, which is I'm very happy about that. So thank you so much for bringing this up. Thank you so much for inviting us. Like I said, thank you so much. We are very, very grateful to you, and we pray that your platform is going to continue growing, and it's going to get so many views, and it's going to get the attention it needs. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Ikunite Tarinabo. You're a great lady. You really represent your Bayasa very well. So, um, thank you. Thank you for coming. I'm proud of you. Mr. Kamal,
Thank you very much.
I would like you to give a vote of thanks to my Nigerian coordinator. I would like you to give a vote of thanks to those who are the Association of Nigerian Students, Association of Female Nigerian Students.
Before I start the thanks, initially we are expecting to see the national president, but because of her tight schedules, she nominated the Bayelsa State Coordinator, Ikirite Terib Nabo, and the Kasina State Coordinator to be on this program. She trusted you people. She have confidence on you, and she know you speak what exactly is in her mind. Actually, I have to also give a word of encouragement to you because Princess is someone whom I know before holding this position. I know so many positions she held in NANS, and I know what she contributes. So I believe having her at the affix of this association is something to be proud of because she will not let you down. She's a very hardworking lady. I was very impressed when she is present to most of the tertiary institution of learning across the states. And I'm also happy when you said you are ready to welcome her. You know, when a comrade of this nature is into a not a paying struggle, you understand. And when he received accolade from his colleagues in different states, he feel happy and he feel encouraged. Hello?
Yeah, thank you. I'm hearing you. Oh, we have lost him. That's the network, Nigeria. Yeah, I'm hearing you. So, my sister, I thank you for coming. I am proud of you. I must confess, I am proud of you. That's why I continue to say it's good for people to prepare themselves. Just in a couple of 3 minutes, you were informed because something happened with the president, and they said you have to because she really values the show. She said you people have to. And on a shortest notice, we came here and we represented. I also want to thank Salamat Suleiman for showing up just that network issues and challenges. There's the coordinator of Imo State also was saying that she was unable to connect that network. And I thank all of you for making efforts to be here and to be contributing. So this show is to give voice to the voiceless. This show is to encourage people to speak up. That's why we say it is time for us to talk our own talk. So I also urge you to come in your organization, tell them about this Chinedu Anichi TV, let them know 8 p.m. every night, Nigerian time, we have somebody to talk to us or we have something to talk about. We have subscribed that a lot of things are happening in the social media, but we have decided, like Saint Rita, that instead of the whole world being in darkness, let us light a candle. You understand? We have decided that any kind of things that are not educative, any kind of things that are not innovative, will not be discussed in this platform. And that's why we have sought for people like you to come and speak to the younger students. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and thank you for coming. So when I talk with your president, we still know when she will surface. And maybe that day you people will still come and flank her. And please, if you live here now, follow the TV. Share in Instagram. You can watch us in Instagram. You can watch us in YouTube. You can watch us in as we are talking now, as we are here now, it's live on Instagram. As we are here now, it's live on YouTube. It's live on 9 platforms. So that is our contribution to take the voice of our people to a global recognition. So thank you for coming. I'm so
Thank
proud
you
of
so
you.
much.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Yeah, my people, I thank you. You have seen how the session went. So we're supposed to have the president of uh, Association of Female and not everything we talk about here. So something came up, and she has to send three of her coordinators to represent them here. The coordinator of Imo State, the coordinator of Nasarawa, Katsina State, and coordinator of Bayelsa State. The person that just left the studio now is the coordinator of Bayelsa State. You saw the one that was putting on her hijab was the coordinator of Katsina State. Very bright and intelligent fellow. The network was a challenge. If the state person could not access our school. So we thank all of you for coming. Niwa, Bitus, Samarachi, and all of you. Sola, Omo, Akorede. For those on Instagram, watching on Instagram, thank you especially. Ella the Duchess, Ella the Duchess, you just followed me. I will see you, I'll follow you back. And others, I don't have to mention your name. You are too much. Those who are watching on Instagram, you are so much. From Jesse Johnson, from General Opus, Aisha, the therapist, Don Beggars, all of you, see Immobile, Micho, Oga Flex even joined, Adanambra, Baby, all of you. So I can't mention your names, but I remain grateful. Remember, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, 2 p.m. Central American time, 8 p.m. UK time, every day. Come to Chinedu Anichi TV. You must go with some. If you have interest in coming here to speak, or you have something or an organization you want them to come and speak, send us email on Chinedu Anichi TV at gmail.com. Chinedu Anichi Gmail, Chinedu Anichi TV at gmail.com. Or you call us on +1 701 989 1910 +1 701 989 1910, or you send us a WhatsApp message and we will react to it. God bless you. Remember, humanity is at the center of whatever we do and preach. Try and see how you can assist somebody you are better. Don't wait for the rich people or the money bags or the moguls. We are all destiny helpers wherever we find ourselves. And God will continue to bless us. I love you. I love you. And I mean, I love you. See you 8 p.m. tomorrow, Nigerian time, 2 p.m. Central American time. Remember, you can watch us on Instagram at Chinedu Anichi. You can watch us on Facebook at Chinedu Anichi TV and watch us on YouTube at Chinedu Anichi TV. Tomorrow we'll be adding a LinkedIn account so that those who want to watch us on LinkedIn can be watching us. God bless you. God bless you. And God bless you. Bye.